Hello, Space Rangers. Welcome back. We are talking about Earth features today. We are going to learn, 5 vocab words today. We're going to learn 5 vocab words. We are going to do a quick lab, and then you will be off on your way to do your online work for science. But we're going to cover some vocab today that'll help us in our science adventures. So let's start out with canyon. 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 Canyon is C-A-N-Y-O-N. A canyon. Canyon. Good. A canyon. C-A-N-Y-O-N. A canyon is when you have mountains or cliffs or hills. A canyon is this flat part in the middle. Most of you, because you're from Arizona, know the Grand Canyon. It's going to be something down here. It's going to be the canyon is the middle part. The canyon is the middle part. Understand? We're going to look at some pictures of canyons now. Aren't those some pretty canyons? So now our next one is butte and plateau. Butte and plateau. They're going to go together. Butte and plateau. So a butte is a hill that has really steep sides, a flat top, and really steep sides. It's important that has that flat top. That flat top makes it a butte, which is B-U-T-T-E. Make sure you have that E or you have something completely different. Butte. A butte is a steep hill with a flat top. Steep hill, flat top. But this flat top is called something different. A butte has a flat top, but the flat top is called, do you remember? Good, a plateau. A plateau. So we have a butte and we have a plateau. A butte is the physical hill that goes up steep on the sides and flat on the top, down steep on the side. But that flat top is called a plateau. Let's look at some buttes and plateaus now. And last, and most certainly not least, we are going to talk about plate tectonics. Plate tectonics are the movement of plates within the Earth's crust. So the Earth's outer layer, its crust, is made up of giant slabs of land. The Earth is not one big piece of dirt. It is chunked out into different pieces of land that look like the continents, but some of them aren't going to match up to the continents. We'll look at that picture in a little bit. But the movement of those plates against each other is called plate tectonics. They will move and form mountains and buttes and plateaus and all of these other things. And plate tectonics is the movement of them in the first place. So when we go and do our lab in a second, we are going to be talking about plate tectonics. It's going to be the movement of plates over the Earth. So let's review our learned vocabulary. We have, what was the first one? Good, canyon. Canyon was our first one. Canyons are the flat part at the bottom of two mountains. Think of the Grand Canyon. Good, then we have a butte. Remember that E. Remember that E, it's important. We have a butte that is a steep on the sides and flat on the top. Does anybody remember what the flat top is called? Good, plateau. Plateau is the top of a butte that is flat and is vast. Animals tend to live on them. So we have canyon, butte, plateau. And what was that last one? It's the movement of something on the Earth? Good, plate tectonics. Plate tectonics. Good. All right, so canyons, buttes, plateaus, and plate tectonics. We are going to go play with some sponges so you guys can continue with your online work. Let's get started. So we have to start off with making our lab manual page. So we are going to be talking about how plate tectonics form landforms. So I want you to write at the top, just landforms. Landforms, good. Okay, then procedures. Then predictions. Even scientists make mistakes. Then I want you to write 1, 2, 3. Boom. All right, remember your lab manual needs to look just like mine. So it says landforms at the top, predicts, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to do an experiment 3 different times. So I need you to write down 1, 2, try 1, try 2, and try 3. So I want you to predict, how do you think plates make landforms? Do you think they move against each other? Do you think they move apart? Do you think that they shake and they make things? Maybe whatever you think. Okay? I think plates move together to create land forms. Okay, now we're gonna go into the kitchen, play with some sponges, and see 1, 2, 3 how plates create landform. All right, so we have 2 sponges, and these are going to be our 2 tectonic plates. We are going to move them with each other, rub them against each other, push them, shove them. We're going to figure out how they're going to move together. We're going to do 3 different tries. So this is try number 1. We are going to take the sponges, and we are going to push them toward each other and see what happens and see what kind of landform we can make. So ready? Ooh, okay. So they pushed up toward each other, and they made kind of a mountain. Good. So it made a more triangle shape here. It doesn't have a flat top, so it wouldn't be a plateau, it wouldn't be a butte. But 2 tectonic plates pushing toward each other will push upward and create a mountain. That's exactly how mountains come up, and you'll learn more about that in your reading. Good. So in the first one, make an observation, draw a picture. They come up toward each other. Now, next one. We are going to rub them against each other and see what happens. Oh, okay, perfect. So one slid under the other. This is how you get coastlines. So this would be the coastline, this would be the ocean, because these 2 tectonic plates slid against each other, eroded enough, and then slid one underneath each other. This is exactly how coastlines are created. So on observation number 2, you can say that when we rubbed them together, they slid over top and created a coastline. Okay? And the last one, I'm going to pull them apart, and I'm going to push just one into the other. This one's going to stay still. This one is going to go hard into the other one. You ready? And go. Okay. See how this folded over like that? Just like that. That's how you create plateaus. Just like that. We have a flat top, and you create buttes and plateaus just like that. One plate staying sedentary and one plate going up over the other. And we have this flat top plateau, and we have a butte with a sharp edge, just like we talked about in our vocabulary at the beginning. So that should be your observation for number 3, and let's go to the conclusion. All right, Space Rangers, so we talked about our vocabulary words for the day. There were 4 of them. We had plateau, we had butte, we had canyon, and we had plate tectonics. So those are 4 vocab words that you need to take into your reading. We did an experiment with some sponges talking about how landforms formed. Make sure you're writing your notes down in your lab manual, and you guys continue on with the Elevate Science activities. And thank you guys for getting sciencey with Miss Gurley. Go do your homework.